Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Momentum stock picks? Yep, we have them right here with Mike Vodicka, our momentum stock analyst here at Zacks.com. Stops by periodically to discuss stocks in this category. One of them today, Autonation, is what you want to talk about. AN is the ticker symbol. They are in the retail business, but automotive retailing.
Yeah, they basically a car seller, fairly simple. They operate domestically, exclusively domestically. Company's been around since 1991, so they have a decent history. And it's a little bit bigger than some of the stocks we usually cover. Market cap of $3.4 billion, so it's about a mid cap pushing into the large cap territory. It's kind of an interesting pick because I'm sure that most of the listeners, viewers, are aware of the situation in the auto industry. There's been lots of volatility. There's been lots of contraction. Consumer environment is fairly weak right now. We just had the Cash for Clunkers program, which definitely helped people like Autonation.
I was going to say, that solved that whole problem, didn't it?
I'm not sure if it completely solved it, but it definitely gave the industry an injection of cash that they needed. On a more macro level, though, the contraction in the industry, what it's done is it's created fewer actual sellers at the end point that sell to the retail customer. On the manufacturing side, things are down, but because there's fewer distributors, the companies that are still around are going to be selling more cars, and we're kind of seeing that show up with Autonation.
So this company sells used cars?
They sell new cars and used cars,
do.
a combination of both of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So the retailers that are still around are going to be selling more cars moving forward.
Well, assuming they get paid from that Cash for Clunkers program, that's the first.
Yeah, that's kind of a wild card right now. But they had decent second quarter results the end of July. Their sales were down sharply from last year. They dipped to $2.6 billion from $3.6 billion. That's kind of to be expected, but they did beat on the earnings side. They had 29 cents per share, so that was kind of nice. The CEO Mike Jackson said that he thinks the industry and specifically Autonation is well positioned for the rebound moving forward. We've seen a nice uptick in estimates. And then kind of moving forward, then, of course, the last piece of the puzzle being the chart here. Yep. This stock actually bottomed out last November of last year, and it's been trending higher since then. Bottomed out at about $4 and recently topped off at 21. So that's a pretty nice short-term gain there for Autonation.
All right. Then Western Digital Corporation, WDC, the ticker symbol. They design and manufacture hard drives.
That's right.
For computers.
Yeah, they do. It's a technology company, and they've been around since 1970. And for a technology company, that's a long time right there. They've got a pretty nice lineage.
Considering everything that's happened in that industry.
Yeah, and plus, in technology, things tend to move very quickly. It's a kind of and I don't want to say a fad industry, but companies are, they're born and die quickly, and this one's been around for a long time, so they have a nice history.
Right.
They function worldwide, and they have a market cap of $7.5 billion. So again, it's kind of a bigger company than we usually talk about here. This is a company that's actually been able to sustain their sales levels year over year. Their second quarter results from July 28th, their revenue was flat year over year, which is pretty good in this environment, not contracting. And then on the earnings side, with the companies doing their cost-cutting measures, they had a really nice beat on earnings. They had earnings of EPS of 76 cents. It was 49 cents ahead of the Zacks consensus estimate. So that was a really nice beat. Over the last year, they've beat every quarter, so they've produced consistent earnings for shareholders. Definitely a plus.
Yep.
The estimates are up. The current year estimate's up to $319. The next year estimate is projecting 16% growth. That's pretty solid right there. PE multiple, here's an interesting about this company. PE multiple only 10.5 times right now. The S&P is trading about 17.5, so it's a nice discount to the overall market. And then, again, last piece of the puzzle we have here.
The picture.
Moving on to the chart, is we saw shares really start to catch a bid in early March, which is pretty typical with our momentum stocks, and it took off from about $12 and recently topped off at $35. So we have some nice gains there too.
All right. Do you own either of these two?
No, I don't.
If you are accessing this piece of video outside of Zacks.com, then you want to get to Zacks.com's homepage, because in the upper right-hand corner of that homepage is where we keep all of the Zacks Rank Buy stock picks, and we update them each day. 4 new ones put up there for you Monday through Friday for you to consider for your portfolio. With Mike Vodicka, I'm Terry Ruffalo.